Hello. Today we're going to replace the screen on an LG Nexus 4. It's in the E960. This one in the back is broke too, but today we're focusing on the screen. You're going to start by removing the SIM card, which is on the side here. Take out the little tray. Next, you're going to use a T6 screwdriver for 2 screws at the bottom. Want these screws to come out. There you go. Next, the plastic pry tool. You're going to go in between this edge and the plastic housing. This phone has been taken apart once already, so you might have a little bit more trouble, but this is how it goes. It shouldn't be super tight. If it's super tight, something's going wrong. Just release the clips. Come on. There it is. That's your back cover. If that's broke like this, all you need to do is replace it. Okay, that's the inside. Next, this is going to be a piece of blue tape gluing this little wire to the antenna wire to the battery. Like I said, this phone has been opened already, so I can just pull it off like that. On yours, it's probably going to be wrapped around, and so you have to cut the piece of tape, but you'll figure that out. Make sure you get rid of it, because if you pull the battery out and it's still attached, you break the cable. You don't want that. Okay, with a small Phillips head, remove 2 screws. That hold in the battery connector. Gently pry that up. You want to be gentle with it. You don't want to pull the connector off the motherboard. That's a whole another set of problems that you don't want to deal with. There you go. That's it. And again, this phone has been opened up before, so for me this is going to go easy, but the battery is glued in and it's really tight. Be slow with it. Don't try to force it out, because then you're going to seriously damage it. Like I said, for me, this goes real easy because I took it out already. All this here is glue. It's super sticky, super tight. Just take your time. Heat it up a little bit with a hair dryer if you have to. Not too much, but just enough to get it soft. Gently start prying. Go under it. You got it. Okay, next we go back to the small Phillips head and remove nine small screws. There it is. Now, you're going to want to be gentle with it. Let's see where it's clipped in. Looks like it's right there.
I'm inside. These are Stevie.
See? There it is. Come on.
There's a suite 12, right? No, I know. The suite number is 12, right? No, suite.
There it is. It comes out with your ear speaker, vibrator motor. Okay, that's it. Now, take this plug off. It's the antenna. With your Phillips head, you're going to take out these two screws. And then this piece is going to come out. You got to pry a little bit. Use like a small, like that, small flathead. Just be careful. If you got to pry too hard, something is going wrong. It's always the same pretty much. Okay. Then with your plastic pry tool, you're going to release that clip. That clip. And these two, the connectors. And these are actually for your LCD and digitizer. Pull those up like that. Another connector we can pop up right there. Okay, now you can lift it, wiggle it a little bit, make sure the plugs are out of the way. There it is. That's your motherboard. Took a while, but that's it. Next, I'm gonna gently pull up on this. The reason I want to remove all this stuff is because you got to heat it up quite a bit, and anything that's not on there, you can. If you don't have to heat it up, don't heat it up. You know what I mean? So we can pull it off fairly easy. Gently pull up here. It's just glued in, it'll come loose. See? And again, with your small flathead. Be very careful with this. You can damage it, but see, pops up like that, like. There it is. Beautiful. Charger port. Pretty sure there's something to do with the antenna, seeing that there's an antenna flex plugged in there. Okay, put that to the side. And then you're going to do the same with this thingy, the headset jack. And I guess it's the sensor flex. Gently. It's just glued in. Gently pry it up. You don't want to pull too hard. You don't want to break it. That's another piece you have to replace. There it is. See, just a little bit of glue. Put that to the side. Camera, you don't want to heat up your camera. So find somewhere where you can get in there. There it is. Be gentle with it. It's fairly fragile. Okay, now we got this. Now we're going to start using heat. It's glued in really hard at the top and the bottom. So you gotta get it quite hot. I use a heat gun on low. You can probably use a blow dryer on high, but you don't want to quite burn it. Okay, that's nice and hot. Now, okay, you're gonna have to be careful with your frame. You don't want to damage your frame. Try first with something plastic. See? Okay, I'm gonna use the metal. It is glued in exceptionally tight. Okay. I got a little damage there anyway, so. Don't worry, I'm not replacing just a glass. It comes together, glass and LCD screen. So right now, all I really want to not break is the frame. The cables are hit at the top, so it might be better to start at the bottom.
How you doing, all right?
Video. Oh, wow. There we go. There it is. You can see the LCD and oof. Digitizer start to separate. For right now, I'm not too worried about it. Let me just Get all this off. I like to take big pieces out. That makes it easier. But sometimes if it's cracked and shattered like this, you pretty much have no choice but getting small pieces. Watch out, nothing flies in your eyes. Be careful, don't get hurt. Okay, let's see what happens if we go underneath the... See, there we go. If we can get the top to come off, saves us some cleaning. Perfect. You see here on the sides and the edges, it has a little bit of this stuff. It's like something silicone-y. Okay. Slide that flex cables out here. There we go. Not too shabby. That just goes in the trash. Okay. Now, this might be the most important part. You got to make sure that you clean it. If there's anything left that'll make your new screen just look not good. See here on the edges, you can get some of that silicone. Yep. You want it clean, but you don't want to scratch. Okay, this is perfect. Get those edges. See, I have some damage here which you want to address now. If your frame also has damage like that, scrape it a little bit, bend it back a little bit, because it'll be in the way of the new screen and it'll stop it from going down, and you don't want that. This is going to be alright, I think. Okay. Okay, you gotta clean the whole thing. I'm gonna edit this out. I'm gonna finish cleaning it, and we'll jump to when I have it clean. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're back. As you can see, I cleaned off all the old silicone glue stuff. Perfectly clean. Next, we're gonna put tape everywhere. I'll show the beginning and then we do a little edit. I use this little 3M double-sided, super sticky. We sell it on our website in a couple of different sizes. Just all the surface area. Gonna cover. Make sure to not cover this indentation here, the sensor flex and the camera hole, and don't put it full on over the speaker either. Just put a little strip right underneath it. Okay, well, you get the idea. I'm going to add it to where I have all the glue on. Okay, thank you. Okay, and again we're back. As you can see, I put on the glue, the double-sided tape on the edges, top, bottom, and I peeled off the top or the cover layer. Now it's time for the replacement screen. To make sure there's not a cover on the back, because you don't want to have to peel that off when it's on. Okay, these two flex cables and this little piece here go through that slot. You gotta fish a little bit to get it. It's a little bit wider on one end. There it is. Okay, make sure this tab doesn't get stuck in between. Okay. You're gonna set the top. Oh. Oh, camera cover. Sorry about that. You want to check for that. Okay. Gonna set the top. Cable is through all the way, nothing is getting pinched. Perfect. Just lay it down. It should click in. It should be nice and tight here on the edges. This edge. Gently squeeze it. Don't squeeze it too hard, because then you're gonna break it. And these screens are not cheap, so. Perfect. After I cleaned, I made sure to take a rag and wipe all the old glass, like the little glass shards and glue junk, off your table, because else when you put it face down, which you do now, it scratches up the new screen. You don't want that. Okay. This piece here glues down there. Like so. Okay, there it is. Now you're ready to reassemble it. Start with your charge port. There it is. Slides right in. Sticky tape down again. Make sure that your little cable is plugged in there. Your little antenna right here needs to go inside that little spot for it, and then it goes across there. Make sure that connection is still good. Perfect. Okay. Take your speaker. Clicks right in place. The two screws back. It's the two shiny ones. Okay. Your headset jack. Goes right back in place. Sensor flex. Shouldn't use something hard. There it is. There it is. Okay, now slide the motherboard back in place. Don't worry about the camera, you can pop that in after. It's actually easier without. So make sure this plug is out of the way. And I make sure this plug is out of the way. That's it. It's on. Okay, now you put your before you plug these in, you put your camera. There it is. Try not to touch the lens. Simple plug connector. There it is. Clicked in. Your headset jack clicks in nicely. Clicks in nicely. Okay. These plugs, they have these little, or these flexes I should say, have these little holes in it. And then on the little cover plate here, there's little prongs, so it's fairly easy to line up. So you end up in the right spot. Like that. Like that. There it is, that's one. And this one should line up right there. Yep. It's good. Make sure it's plugged in right. There we go. Now, put the black cover back on. Top first. Let's go with the top first. Clicks into place nicely. Make sure that your little microphone rubber, we didn't take it out. Sometimes it gets stuck to the board. So make sure it's like this before you close it all up again. Okay. There we go. Not pinching anything. Okay. 9 screws back in. Nine screws. That's it. Okay. Now we put back the antenna connector. It's little barrel connectors. So, wait, it's this one. You want to get it, you want to line it up right, because if you push it, you deform circle and it's going to become impossible to get on. You feel it click. That's it. Make sure you keep the wire out of the way of the battery a little bit. A little piece of silicone glue from the screen stuck at the bottom, but okay, there we go. Plug it in. What I've noticed on these phones is that these screws are really tight when they're unopened, so I like to tighten them up good, because there must be a reason for it being tight.
Here. This is Tim. He takes care of the cell phones. Okay?
2 screws, nice and tight.
If you're thirsty, you can have hot or cold water.
And peel up this tape again. Cover it like this, just it was there. Pretty sure it's there for a reason. Okay, that's that. Now we take the back cover. Start at the top.
This lady over here, they repair computers.
It should click into place. All the way around. There, that's it. Okay. Put your 2 T6 screws back in the bottom. Put your SIM tray back. Make sure you put it the right way around. Cells is going to wreak havoc on the insides. See? Okay, let's see if there's still some battery left. There it is. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please click like. All parts and tools used in this video are available at www.sdcellphonerepair.com. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.